Welcome to Matchbox Revival. Today I am working on the number 41, the 4GT. This was one of the most popular models sold by Matchbox, apparently. And for being a very common one, it has some real rare combinations. And one of them being having spoked wheels. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to restore this back to original, and we're going to put the spoke wheels on it instead of the yellow plastic ones. So I drilled it out and we're going to get going on it. I would also like to thank all my subscribers. I hit a milestone today. 100 subscribers. Thank you very much to all you guys that subscribe to my channel. Muchly appreciated. And I also have a model upcoming for the 3 Blind Mice, which will be the June 27th release. This one here is the A100 Dodge van. Comes in a couple different variations. So this one will get stripped down and done in a couple weeks. So we'll drill out the posts. And a little STP brake fluid as a lubricant, and tap those holes. And the 2mm button head screws. Right, time to remove those yellow hubs and the axles. Bunch of hair left over from the carpet of the last house I guess it played in. And the base castings had a couple variations. There was a little extension on the front of the body, and there was a toe clip on some of the castings. So this would have been one of the older castings here. So we'll just paint it gloss black, and the body will go gloss white. So we'll send the parts now into the paint stripper. Still have a good bit of it left. Doesn't take much to strip the paint off these things. So while the paint stripper's doing its thing, give the interior, and I think the steering wheel bends forward, yep. Give the interior and all the other plastic bits, give them a little soapy wash. They're in pretty good shape right now. The glass has a few little small scratches on, which I'll polish out. I'll let it soak in the soapy water for a little while, all the tires. And take a look at the axles now. Put them into the drill. A little bit crooked. 220 sandpaper. I've mentioned before in my videos, I think when you pull down on the axle with the sandpaper, it kind of straightens the axle out. I guess the force and the heat. And a little bit of 2000. So the engine compartment area is unpainted metal. So what I'll do is I'll just polish it. I'll practice on the back, and then I will do the top side. And I'm happy with what the finish looks like. So it polished up pretty nice. I think I'm also going to hit it with some metal polish, some Barasso, and just give it a little scrub and a wash. Okay, we'll have a look at these spoked rims now. They're pretty dirty. I'm going to give them a wash. So I give them a little bit of soapy water first, and I'm just going to give them a little polish with the brush. And see what they come out like. So everything back from the wash, and everything looks great. Let's give the glass a little polish. Q-tip in the Dremel. Okay, time to take a look at the paint stripper again. I think it did its job. The black doesn't look like it's moved much. The white is gone. Maybe a little bit longer for the black, but we'll clean off the paint and then we'll run them under the water to get the rest of it off. Okay, so back from the washing, and time to polish the metal. Okay, so we got everything all polished up, and I'm going to shoot some primer on it now, let it dry. So I got everything painted up in the white, and we'll be putting the number 6 stripe on it. But as I mentioned before, there was some variations on this model. One of them was the yellow version. Priced at probably $150, $200 mint in the box, and this one with the wire wheels in white would be upwards of $1,500 Canadian, mint in the box. So it gives you an idea of the rarity of it. And then there was another variation where I guess some guys were half asleep during the assembly process, and they didn't put it a 6, they made it a 9. So that's what we're going to do. It'll be a 9 with the wire wheels in the rare build. Time to assemble. So we'll start off with taking those screws out of the bottom. And sliding in the glass. The glass sits on top of the dashboard. And then up and in from underneath. Then the engine. I was going to chrome the exhaust tips, but I like it just like that, just in the original original unpainted. And the interior. Then for the wheels and axles, I touched up the black rubber and installed them on top of the tires. I find with the axles, because it's a rounded head, what I do is I pre-prepare it. It almost has a lip already. That way I don't have to do as much work when I am finishing the model, putting it together. I find the axles are probably by far the trickiest part of these builds. You know, there's guys on the line there that use the drill press, and I don't have a drill press. Some guys hammer down. I do a bit of both, a bit of hammering, and I also use a nail punch on a drill to try and round off that top edge. And the last bit will be to install the base back on using those button head screws. Again, I see some guys use the star head. Those button head screws, they almost look like a factory rivet. I like them a lot. And last one. There we have those nice spoked wheels. Now I'll just put the stripe on and we'll have our reveal. So I get a lot of response on my videos, people really enjoying watching the stripes go on. I think because everybody knows how much work goes into doing them. They can be very intricate sometimes and very, very delicate. So my little trick is it always curls up towards the decal, and I always bend it back. As soon as I bend it back, it releases. And put a little bit of water on the model first, so it'll have some working time. Beautiful. And there it is, the number 9, which is supposed to be a 6. So there you have it. The Ford GT super rare version. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, subscribe, like, or share. Thanks for watching.